Hello everyone, Higher Ways Woman here. Still November 2021, about 8 o'clock at night. I've had time to recover from the earlier ones that I've made, and I was sitting here thinking about some of the cases that I have worked on and some of my stories, and I thought, I really am going to. I'd like to share them because I think that, well, people tell me they really enjoy my stories, my experiences, and I really enjoy talking about them. It really lifts my spirit up, and it's only been this within the last few months that things have been where I can literally make these videos where I'm alone and I can do it. And so I'll share some, and I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. Wish me luck, y'all. Okay. I was thinking about this one young man. I had in my earlier video of today, November 11th, I talked about it just a little bit. I didn't go into much details about it. But I had what was called the Master's Room. And know that the term master, when Christ was called master, in those times it didn't have the meaning that we have affiliations put to it. It is, master means teacher. My last name is Masters. And so it's not that I, all the other crazy things they like to put with it. No. It means I am a teacher. But I'm a very high level teacher, but Masters tells you what level of a teacher I am. So I had in Yahoo, this is back in Yahoo times, I had the Master's Room, and I had it for a little while. And yeah, back in the good old days of Yahoo chat room, they were really good chat rooms. And I wish, Yahoo, I tell you, I wish you would bring back the chat rooms. I really wish you would, because what you all did was phenomenal. Was phenomenal. You brought people together all around the world. And don't let what people that misuse it. There's always going to be those. Sometimes you do need to shut things down and revamp it. Bring it back. Bring it back. I would love to have Yahoo chat rooms back in, because they actually had the best emojis. Hell, I wish they would allow other people to use them. But anyway, I had a rule in my chat room because I am a reader. And I know a charlatan right off the bat, and I knew that there are people that don't know how to spot these people, because they haven't had the opportunity to talk with somebody like me, and so, or watch my videos, etc. And so I had a rule: anybody who comes in must read for me. When they sit there and they want to read for somebody, they must first read for me. There's one guy came in that happened to have it. My room was packed. I was very good, and they seemed like they were getting all kinds of, can't get over here, and I tell you, it was packed. And like I said earlier, that I would sit there and read for everybody who sat there and wanted a reading, and who would stay there. Even if I needed to take a break, because there was hours upon hours that I wasn't taking a break, that I would just keep helping and doing reading. For free. And these people knew that, yeah, they would sit there and wait, even if it was that late at night, we need to shut down, and because you guys have been waiting so patiently, and they were great in there. Nobody was doing anything to anybody. It was a great room to come into. It's like a sanctuary. And I tell him, I said, okay, if it was going to be the next day, meet me here at this time, and I promise you, I'll be here, and I will do your reading, and I will stay with you until we know that your angels, whatever your guides, your angels, your Lord, wanted to convey to you, whatever needed to be done, I will do it until they say, okay. And sometimes you're talking about 4 to 6 hours for one reading. Yeah, when they find a way to communicate, well, they can just absolutely dump it. They're like, you're gonna have to slow down. You gotta remember, I'm in human. I'm in human form. This requires rest. I just can't, just keep going like you can. You're all energy. This body requires rest. But anyway, it was great. People that they were there. They would wait. They were very patient. Anyway, this guy comes in. He's a reader. Da, 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 and I said, tell him, I said, I am the owner of this room. Here is my law. I have this ruling that before you can do readings for anybody who comes into my room, you have to do a reading for me. And we're going to go in privately. Okay? All right. So we go in there, and he starts talking about my dead husband and my children. And okay, stopped him right there. And I told him, no, I can tell you that I know that my ex is very much, he's alive. I do not have children. My choice not to have children, and I do not have any stepchildren. No, no. So, okay, you cannot read. And I go in there, I go back into the room, and I said, now I'm going to tell them this. Because I didn't tell them this. I wanted to tell the room what he did, what type of a reader he is, because I wanted them to not only know how to use this to teach them how to know the difference between a real reader, and a charlatan. And also ID this guy. We don't need him. We don't need his kind in there. And so I went to the room and I told them that, yeah, what his reading was. Because see, I'll tell you right now that somebody who is a real reader, well, let me do this. Here's somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing. They'll say something very general. Like, well, your dad wasn't one for, showing a lot of his, he wasn't the hugging type, showing a lot of his emotions stuff. But, you knew he loved you in his own way. Well, boy, that's a broad spectrum there, isn't it? Compared to when I read, and I'll pull this from a reading, I'll pull this from example. That I said to this one woman that when you were around 5, 6 years of age, that you got for Christmas, your dad got you a pair of white cowboy boots. Yeah. And this was back in the time that you had those rocking horses that had the bars and the springs on it, and that you got one of those. Oh, yeah, yeah. See, specific. Another one was like that for one of your birthday gifts when you were a kid was a purple bicycle, and it had those white hand grips, but on the end of it had those tassels out there that were purple and white and they had sparkles on. Oh yeah, see, that's how you know a true reader who knows what they're doing. Okay, so this one night that I had quite a long day, and I went in. I just wanted to go in and just unwind and be around some friends, just relaxing conversation. And this one young man came in, and he was really going on about he's looking for a reader, psychic, medium. He's got a situation here that he needs help. He really needs help. And I thought, I'm going to let these other ones handle it because, well, I've been doing readings that day and I was very tired. I needed to rest. I needed to rest. And there really wasn't anybody that was responding to him. And he just focused right on me. And finally it was, okay, I told myself, I tell you what, I said, I have been doing this all day long and I'm very tired. But I can see that you're hurting over what it is that you're seeking help in. So I tell you what, here's what I'll do. We're going to go into a private chat room, PM box, private chat. Now, I am very accurate. I don't know if I'm the one to do this reading, or if I am one to help get you to somebody that I may know, give you advice on it, get you to or somebody that can help you. I don't know. The way that I will know that is because I don't miss. And if I'm not hitting it like I know, then that tells me that I'm not the one, okay? But if I hit it right off the bat, okay, then this is a meant to. All right, he's good with it. All right. So he tells me that it's his uncle. I said, now listen now. You let me give you the information. Your job is you validate if it's right on. No playing no games. Because if I know that you're playing games here, that's it. You won't ever have access to me again. Okay, I promise you. I will. Okay, I know. He was genuine. I knew he was. So I said, okay, your uncle. All right. Your uncle is no longer here. That's right. I said, okay, hang on. And then it was, I'm seeing him playing pool. He's at this one pub and playing pool. He liked to play pool. I'm getting that feeling because I love the game. I absolutely love the game. And well, there's only one place for pool tables you can find them at, and that's pretty much at pubs. And I don't drink alcohol, but I love the game, and I love playing pool with those who love it as much as I do. It's a great game, a lot of fun playing it with those who enjoy it too. So anyway, I said, oh, okay. I said, I don't know what you know about what activities your uncle was involved in. I said, but there was an involvement with somebody in particular, and this is involving drugs. He goes, yes. Okay, So I said that there is this guy that's really pressuring him, and your uncle is not wanting anything to do with it. And this guy he's getting really heated. He wants him. He's trying to force him into doing what he don't want a part of it. And I said, where this pub is at, it's kind of little. It's like a mix of residential and some small businesses. He goes, yes. I said, and the parking is in the back, and it's gravel. It's not paid parking. He says, yes, okay. That's what I said. You give specific information, and the person is to validate it. And I said, I see your uncle walking out the back, and he gets stabbed. That's what kills him. Yes. Scott, Gosh, it's been so many years ago. So many, many years ago. I can't remember the guy's last name, but I got the name. And he said, yeah, that's who they've been suspicious of that did it. And they've been trying to get the police to get involved, but there was nothing that they had to go on. And it was like, basically, you're going to have to come up with some information, for them to take on the case. And I told him about where he dumped the knife. Because they can get that knife, it's going to have the blood and the fingerprints on it. And so I'm going to jump ahead. And he stays in contact with me throughout the week. And he's telling me that they got the police involved in it. He was able to get them to listen to him on the information that I gave. And they went to where that I talked about, where that he dumped the murder weapon. They got it. And I think it was like 7 or 8 days from the time that we talked that night that he contacts me and tells me that they caught him. They finally found him. And he's in jail, being charged with his uncle's murder. I didn't think that would. I didn't think that was going to. There's been so many of them like that. When you help like that and you see their suffering and their pain eased, when you see that, oh Lord. I think I'm going to stop there because you can see that what pure soul is, what we are and who I am. Because like I said, there's so many. I could spend hours and hours and hours talking about these cases, these stories, and seeing the healing. Okay, I'll share one more. That's a good one. That's a good one. And I'm going to kind of skip over things and get right to the heart of it. Okay. There is a gentleman here who has once every one Sunday a month that there's a bereavement group that meets, and our local hospital, very gracious, allowed him to use the conference room. And I happened to have picked up on a friend of his that passed away from cancer. And that what really nailed it is that he couldn't figure out exactly who I was talking about until I said that you two had said, he said that if there is life after this life, and he found a way to communicate with you, he would do it. And he knew right then exactly who I was talking about. And he asked me if I would come to his bereavement group. And I accepted it. And I was very new in my training of these abilities, learning them, mastering them, takes a lot of time because you got to have a lot of wisdom. It takes time to get that wisdom and know how to handle this, because the soul, what you can do with your soul, the power you got, it's more powerful than anything they built. They can go ahead and try to, they sit there. I can look at that machine. When I feel it hitting me, I'm going, I'll take it down. I'm looking at that computer board and I'm going, burn it up, take it down. Curse it, take it out. Take it out. Then it with the planes coming overhead. Spray it. Take down with the sprayer. Take it down. All of a sudden, it's not spraying anymore. And then you see a plane turn around, it's going back. Yeah. So I thought that what I would do is, I'm a guest. All I'm going to do is that I will sit there and I will listen to them. And if there is something that I feel like that the angels, the Lord is leading me to share, to inject, then I would, but then I would take the position back of, I am just an observer, I am a guest. Well, these people come in, and there's one woman that I could tell she's in her 70s, and she sits down kind of across from me, and when I look at her, that I see this little white square house, it's a nice little white square house, and there's sidewalks around the house, and in between the sidewalk is, where in the house is where they got dirt, so you have a flower bed, and I see a tree, but there's no flowers. There's a tree out front, and there's a deal around it where you put flowers. No flowers there. The house, all the shades are pulled, the doors closed, and I'm seeing everything in black and white, which is really odd. And then I see these women standing in the street in front of the house, looking at it like they're longing for her to come out, and they're kind of dressed in black. And as she kind of looks at me, and I see in her eyes, there's no light there. There's nothing. It's like, wow. Oh. Ron, everybody sits down, he starts it, and he introduces me to everyone, and he tells them that I'm a reader, and I'll be doing everybody a reading. What? Oh, he didn't talk to me about that. And I'm sitting here going, God. I've never done a group. I have only done one-on-one. I have never done a group. And God's going, you've done so many readings. You got this. I've never done a group. Not in person. I like it in a PM box. I don't want to see any pictures. I don't need to see anything. I just want the words. I don't want nothing else. Because you can have things that can be distracting. And I'm very good when I don't need anything else. I just need this connection. That's it. And I'm panicking. He's going, you got this. You can do this. Just relax. You got this. Yeah, you're right. I know I do. I know I can do it. Okay. All right, I'm going to trust you. But when they get done, we're going to have a talk about this. So she's like about the fourth person down. And I see her. And I said, here it comes. They know, show me. I don't know, but you know. Show me. You have lost a loved one. Yes. And I said, their passing was by their own doing. This is your daughter. I'm just going to get right to the facts of meat of this, okay? Yes. And I tell her, I said, because I'm feeling this. I'm feeling her coming through. I said, you have literally closed yourself off. You're inside this home. You have just shut down, and you're sitting in the chair. And I tell you, and she goes, yes. You're just sitting in that chair. You're just sitting there. She says, yes. I said, she is wishing that you can see or hear her, because she is right there at the side of your chair going, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, Mom. If I knew that what this would do to you, I'd never do it. I would have never done it. I would have never done it. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. I never wanted you to hurt like this. I never wanted to hurt you like this. And I had to tell you, this is coming through. And everything I was saying was right. It was just nailed on, right on the money. And finally, at one point, she looks up at me, and these eyes that were so dull, all of a sudden, it was like, and both of them at the same time, wow! And then this light comes in. It was like all of a sudden now I'm seeing the house, and the shades go, they go slapping at the top, like you let go, tap, 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 and the door opens up, and as the doors open up, everything goes from black and white to full color. And then the outside of the house, I see flowers springing up in the flower bed. And then I see the women who are standing out there longing for their friends. All of a sudden, they're in full color. And that here they are, they're together. And it's like, I knew right then, she's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. She's living again. She's not just existing. She's living. She's living. She was. I want to tell you this, folks, because let me tell you when I got home, the conversation we had. Because before then, God was really pushing me to get this developed. And I'm going, what they think about that. You know what they'll do to me. And God goes, test me and then judge me. What? He says, test me, then judge me. Yeah, right. All right. Oh, yeah, right. Test you and then judge you. Yeah. 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 Serious. Now, this is going to be interesting. Yep, it is. And then when I got home, I went into my bedroom, and I get very clearly, okay, test me, now judge me. What do you think about that? There is no religion, and there is nobody in this world who can tell me that this is of the devil. Because the healing that I seen in there, not just with her, the healing, everybody that was in there, that was like her, all of them. There's like 14 people, 14, 16 people. There's more than a dozen. And I read for each of them, and all of them. They all got healed. And it was incredible. It was like when I was back in medicine, seeing people that were right there at the precipice, that where they don't come back from, that all of a sudden they're sitting up talking to you, looking right at you. It's like, oh my God. So there's no way. There's no way that this is evil. There's no way. Lily Tomlin said it best, when she said, why is it that when we talk to God, we call it prayer, but when God answers back, we call it schizophrenia? Thank you, Lily Tomlin. Touche, sister. And others say that, why is it that they tell you to be like Jesus? And when you know everything that Jesus did, he calmed the storm so they didn't end up perishing in the waters, healed this person, cast out demons, on and on and on. And so when you put your soul, you use your soul to do that. You're doing these things, and all of a sudden, that's of the devil. Yeah. If you got a place that is telling you that that's of the devil, then I can tell you that what you're doing is not of the devil, but what you're being told is of the devil. And I'm going to stop right there because I said I just want to do a short one. Those are good memories. Those are good ones. And they're good ones to help show you. To help show you, teach you. Because you need to know about your soul, what you can do, and how that you can, as the saying goes, you will know them by their fruits. And so I have endured great beatings down and burning other crosses, you know. I've had it. I've had it. I ain't going there. But they didn't get to take me out. And I didn't let them stop me. Because more than a couple of decades, I'm still here. And I'm still doing it. And I'm still sharing it. So nobody's going to tell me that what I do is of the devil. And I tell people, the way that you know who are pure souls and who are the evil ones, especially who the pedophiles are, they ain't going to be the one talking well of me. I've had people come to me and tell me that about how successful their business is. And I said, well, I'm very happy for you. But they go, no, you don't understand. Do you know how we are able to be a successful business? No, how's that? We will only do business with those who speak well of you. Touche. And thank you for sharing that with me because I needed that blessing back. Because there's people who don't want that to be known about me. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me. Thank you. And those who bless me, thank you. There is a Lakota word, if I can say it right. Chan Te Chikiya. And it means, my heart is inspired by you. I hope this blesses you. And I hope that it lifts you up. And that it helps you face your next tomorrows. Give me a thumbs up, a sub, share me, help tell others about me so that I can keep doing these videos, and I will do it as long as you all want me to. As long as I got people who are coming and watching and leaving me a thumbs up, leaving me a comment, I will keep sharing these. Y'all take care of each other out there. And no matter what, you don't let evil dictate to you who you are, what your faith is about, what your relationship is. Don't let them tell you what God and Jesus and the angels, who they are. You decide. If there's times that you need to just stop with all the books and all the other stuff and just go into your prayer and start having this conversation and ask them what books teach me. And I'll tell you this right now. I'll give you this right quick. Judith Orloff, Orloff, Judith Orloff. Her book, Second Sight. Get that. Start with that one. That's going to teach you about the abilities, and you're going to find out that one of the biggest causes of people going into drug addiction and alcohol, because she don't talk about that, but I saw it. I saw it. She was a great reader. She went into becoming a psychiatrist, and she used her abilities phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Get her book, so you can know about the different types of abilities and stuff. She was there when this started breaking open in the 60s. Phenomenal. And then get James Redfield, the Celestine Prophecy. C is a cat, E is an echo, L, E is an echo, S, T is in tango, I, N is a Nancy, E is an echo. The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. The color red, and then like field of meadows, field of flowers. James Redfield. Get those two. Get those two. Very powerful. You are gonna know how to really navigate life. And then the third book, because you let them tell you which one. And listen to what I'm telling you, because don't go out there buying all these books and stuff. I'm going to tell you who to go to, because there's a lot of them. They'll write you books and they're wasting your time. They're wasting your time. But these, because I was only allowed very specific ones. And I would sit there and read, and they'll tell me, something will come up, interrupt, and I'll be told, you don't go back until we tell you to. Yeah, I've had times where I want to continue reading, but they would have things come up. There'd be things happen that would be what I just read about, and it would cement that teaching into me. And there'd be times I get, I really want to get going back on it. It's like, no, not just yet. I'm getting fed up. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm getting tired of waiting. I sat there on this one page. I read it like, I don't know how many freaking times. I just went, fine. Because as soon as I get done reading, I couldn't remember what the heck I just read. And I'd reread it, the same thing. And it's like, all right, fine. But whatever it is that you're wanting to do whatever, let's get it done. I want to get further. I want to know more. So listen to that, because that's going to connect you stronger with your guides. And you're going to be able to know. You're going to be able to, hey, things don't feel right. And you know what? And you're going to see that you're making a lot better decisions. And things, you're not working near as hard, because, man, you're going to be able to watch who's and the way they're saying it, what they're doing. Boy, it's like, You're going to know how to handle it. And you're not going to be losing. Not like you used to be. And you're just going to get better and better. So the next one to get is Life Colors by Pamela. P as in Pam, A, M as in Mary, A-L-A, Osley, O-S-L-I, E as in Echo. Life Colors. She is one of the best authors, masters of the colors in our aura, our spiritual energy that emanates from us. We have all different kinds of colors, and some are more very, very prominent. And she knows the colors and the personality, the characteristics, what you're like when you're in power, what you're like out of power. And I tell you, she nailed me so perfectly, because one of the things that I've learned, I'll tell you guys this right quick, because I don't think I'm the only one that I know that has talked about this. One of the ways that you can know what one of your prominent colors is, and you go in and look that up, is that, what is your favorite color? What is your favorite color is your dominant color in your aura spectrum. And then it goes to the next ones. Which one is the biggest? The next one. And she tells you even what fields that you will find these people in. And I tell you, just absolutely, you'll be a master. You'll be a master in no time. You get those 3 books and you watch. You watch how fast you developed. And your connection with the higher realms. You'll watch. You'll see it. You'll love it. You'll love it. And so I'm going to end there. Thank you all for your time. Higher Ways Woman. Miss Catherine Dodd Masters. Y'all have a good night. Take care, everybody. As soon as I can find a stop button.